What up, my friends? It is weird times here. I don't know 100% what's going on with the internet and the stream, but it seems to be jumping all over the place. I've been trying to figure it out, and right before the stream started, I just got hiccups. Like 13 seconds ago, hiccups kicked in, and I now just found this fortune cookie thing that says you work best when meticulous attention to detail is called for. Well, it's not working right now, is it? Is it? So the stream may bounce around in quality. I don't know 100% what's going on, but every once in a while, this kind of stuff happens. Sometimes it means I need to get a new modem or whatever. Who knows? Who knows 100% what's going on? But it is what it is. So let me go ahead and grab the live stream link first off, and we'll share that in the Discord. And then we shall proceed from there. All right. And like today as well, when I went to load up the stream, most of the time it saves your stream settings. But it's like, yeah, I've reset everything. I've reset everything. There we go. That's good. And right now the stream is stable, so that's nice. It was definitely experiencing some issues right at the very, very beginning. So, let's do our hellos. What up, Aang, Thompson, Muxman, Zircon, Kentucky, Hurst, Kevin, Total, Ness, who else is in here? Juglum, Jess, Lasagna, Larry, bum 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 bum, Bob, Yamagoro, Sheba, Alex. Hello. Hello, everybody. Hope your day has been going well. My day, aside from the issues that I've been having here at the beginning, has been overall pretty good. Pretty good. As you may have guessed from the stream title, I have commenced my Oblivionification, and I didn't realize that I also had all the expansions to go with it too, which means there is additional Oblivion content that I have never experienced as well included, which is pretty sweet, man. So I'm happy about that. Yeah, my girl, you're struggling. Morale is low. Well, I mean, go stretch your ball bag over the toaster, push down the lever on the toaster, and let that warmth radiate through your sack until the joy also flows into your soul, bro. Lasagna, restarting my computer ain't gonna do jack, considering I turned it on just before the stream. So it's definitely not that. I wish it was something that simple, but it's not. Zircon, when you got the game, you wanted to check it out. An hour later, you realized you were hooked again. Bro, as soon as I started it, and it was like, okay, I don't remember. Honestly, it's been so long ago that I don't remember. Do they have the same voices? Like, was it originally Jean-Luc Picard? At a certain point, there's one sentence he says that it feels like he's going to say, "These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise." Like, it literally felt like that, man. It felt like that. The score at the beginning, man, when it's swirling around the building and everything, pretty dope. Pretty dope. Although there was some kind of clipping going on with the graphics. I'm not sure if my computer is quite good enough to play it at full capacity, you know? Lasagna, you should work in tech support. Have you tried restarting your computer harder? Do it with gusto, though. Do it in a zesty style. Zircon, yes, and Sean Bean, are you saying they were added in later or they were in the original version? I can't remember. I'm trying to remember when I first played Oblivion, and I can recall nothing. So I don't remember if the game even had voices the first time around. Juglum, the throne it has been repaired. It is operating properly now. It just needed a new Oh, what the hell is it called? I knew the name of it too. I normally know the name of it. I can't remember. Floater. It needed a new floater. So that has been replaced and now it functions normally. Jess, you need a new monitor because you can do because you can play at 1440. Do it up. Do it up. Zircon, they were in the original. Okay. Okay, cool. Lasagna, you're actually IT support and give that resolution to people you like and it works? Sure it does. Sure it does. You're definitely not a liar or anything. You're definitely not a giant liar. Shelton, what's up, buddy? Good to see I'm enjoying Oblivion Remastered. Hell yeah. Thanks for trying to help me out when you thought that I wanted a silver sword. But I don't want a silver sword. There's a particular guy in the game that I want to ice out. I want to stab him real good. Because I remember him being a pompous dickbag the first time I played the game. And I just got annoyed enough that I attacked him in his house, ended him, and then went to bed in his house and got woken up by an old man going, "You sleep soundly for a murderer." And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And that's how I got invited into the Assassin's Guild. So I want to recreate that experience. I would like to do the same thing. But I don't know if they actually... Because originally that guy talked the way he did because he had a quest, but they didn't have time to finish that quest in the game, so it never got finished. So he still has dialogue from a quest he would have given, but never gives the quest. And I don't know if in the Oblivion Remastered, like, he actually has his quest finished, and I might not want to take him out to get into the guild, you know? For the remaster, they recorded generic nocturnal voices, so each race is different. They were all the same. Oh, Zircon, you mean NPC instead of nocturnal? What the hell kind of autocorrecting is that, bro? Ness, yeah, exactly. Oblivion, the king is Picard. Correct. Correct. Yamaguro, you loved using the item multiplier glitch. I don't think that I ever knew or used that. Zircon, it should be all the same quests. I'm just wondering if they added in the extra quest, if they finished this guy's quest when they were doing the remastering, you know? I'm curious. I played it for like an hour and a half today. I got sucked right in. The music, the start, the fact that the Emperor knows he's going to die. And then I'm like, oh yeah, this guy across the way taunts you. And then you end up escaping. And admittedly, at a certain point, being in the initial dungeon, I'm like, I would like to get out of here now. I keep getting over encumbered and I'd like to sell some of the random garbage that I am carrying. I want more freedom. You know, when you start a game, you tend to be put in a box for the first part. And I find that to be very chafing when I've already played a game before and the initial dungeon is pretty big and you just go, okay, can I get out into the world proper where I have more control over what I'm going to do and where I'm going to go? Buck, you got the Deadpool secret lair and can't wait to piss people off with it? Nice. They have copies of that down at my local game store. They've got the singles in the display case and sealed copies of it. Yeah, Magaro, I don't want to cheat anyways, bro. I don't use duplication glitches and stuff in most games. But in very particular circumstances, I have and enjoyed it. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't. But for me, I don't particularly care to do that in games like Oblivion. I did like taking advantage of a bug like that in the original Chandelar, where if you used the bronze tablet to steal something, but you were inside a dungeon when you did it, then the game would give you 20, like anywhere from 12 to 20 some odd copies of the card. So I remember using that glitch to get 20 some odd Mox Pearls. And then I just went full dick mode and went, yo, I'm playing Armageddons and balances. Get wrecked. I don't even have any lands in my deck, which had the added hack of, oh, in this version, if you have no lands in your hand, you can mulligan. So I got a free mulligan with every hand if I wanted it. Full 7-card mulligan, because that's how it worked back in the day. You could only mulligan if you had all lands or no lands. And when you got no lands in your deck, guaranteed a mulligan every single time. Not too shabby. Shelton, did I make a beautiful character for my playthrough? No, my character is kind of goofy and ugly, and I just clicked randomize a few different times until I got a character that I was like, ah, that look is fine. And then I switched over to another part of the customization screen and changed something, and it reset it to to the original guy. And I just went, oh, whatever. Click, click, click. Okay, that guy's fine. You know, I don't even play with the guy on the screen, so what do I care what he looks like? You know. Yeah, McGraw, it's better than fighting thousands of rebels to get what you want. Hey, fair enough. Fair enough. Lasagna, you are made of lies. Your noodles are lies, bro. Zergon, for some reason you remember an option in the original to start at the exit from the sewer, but it might have been a mod. I think that it'll keep an autosave. Actually, I think I might have saved it right before I left the sewers too, so that if I want to start, like, change my build or whatever, that I can. I didn't quite settle on what I want it to be because I couldn't remember about the game whether I would be locked out of certain spells and abilities depending on what I was playing, you know? Jess, no, that sounds like something a little kid would say, you know? There, you can't wait to see how long it takes for people to mod Fallout stuff into Oblivion. There are going to be like a million mods for it, I imagine, right? Ballvagen, you remember a glitch in the original Diablo to get infinite gold by having your inventory open, gold on the ground, click on your potion in inventory right when you pick up the gold on ground, dupe gold. I think I vaguely recall that. Buck, how much do Canadian haircuts cost? Well, it varies. It varies on where you go. I think the cheapest is probably 20-25 bucks. And then if you want to go to like fancy boy salons and stuff, which I assume there has to be for dudes too, could go 50 bucks or higher, depending, man. Zergon, your character is a cat woman? You downloaded during the stream the other day, and at the end, Juglin said something about cat ladies. Oh, what are you trying to get him to come over? He's gonna start licking the monitor. he wants to get the deets on those Khajiits, yo. Just shaving your head, yeah. I mean, if you just do it yourself, then you don't got to worry about nothing aside from the initial cost of the razor. It's like infinite free haircuts, which is pretty sweet. I'll shave my head when I start to go bald, you know? Like that'll be the plan, I'm guessing. Once I start to actually go bald, but I'm nowhere near there yet. I got, for a guy in his mid 40s, I got a significant amount of hair, man. I got a significant amount of hair. Larry, your hairdresser does yours for 26 bucks. There you go. That's on like the lower end. Jess, I'm wondering that too. I'm wondering if I'll actually go bald or if it'll just thin out like my hopes. What up, every day? How you doing, brother? So yeah, crawling around in the dungeon. While it started to feel a bit tedious later because I'm like, okay, I've played this before, I remember this, and you feel like you don't have that much agency because you know all the enemies are weak enough that you're just going to triumph over them, right? So you don't feel like there's much you're actually doing. You're just kind of plodding through the initial steps. But I was enjoying the whole vibe overall of, yo, it really does feel like playing Dungeons and Dragons. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the same as playing with your friends, and you don't have infinite control over everything. You can't just grab anything and do whatever with it. But, you know, it is a close approximation of a Dungeons and Dragons style experience, and I like it. Scorpigeist, barring any major health or medicine issues, if your maternal grandfather had his hair his whole life, you likely will as well. Yeah, my grandfather did. Actually, I am the spitting image of my grandfather. Like, genuinely. To the point where my mom had a picture of my grandfather, and it threw me off when I saw it at first. I was like, why do you have a picture of me in black and white, wearing an outfit I've never worn, sitting on a table I've never seen before? Like, this is before the days of you could just do everything with AI and edit whatever images you want. Like, it was definitely a mindfuck looking at it going, what the hell? And then I looked closer and I'm like, okay, I see some differences. It doesn't look exactly like me, but I look so much like my grandfather. It's insane. Like, I never really got the whole spitting image kind of concept until I saw that and went, okay, there's the real world version. I see it now. I see it. And I mean, that might have been why I was my grandfather's favorite. But it also might just be my awesome personality. But he liked me better than all the other grandkids, which is saying a lot because he had like 9 kids and they all had a bunch of grandkids. And obviously I'm going to be the best one, right? Let's be real. Let's be real. Jess, I'm assuming that you were just born in some kind of vat or something. You know what I mean? Like some kind of, there's like test tube babies. You're like one of those, except you were made in like an old tobacco container in some warehouse by accident, It wasn't by scientists wearing lab coats in a lab and doing all that. You're just like a mistake on every level. Oh. Bo Falcon, yeah, insults are fucking free when the wheel's not out, you fucking twink. You know it. You already know this. You're not new. You're not new here. Jess, you're an orc? Yes. O stands for organic, R stands for rejected, and C stands for chud. So you are indeed an orc. Millmaster says, don't all Sasquatch kind of look the same, though? They do. Listen, Millmaster, I got a bone to pick with you because my poor, sweet, beautiful, dumb wife, bro, do you know yesterday when you randomly said in the chat that you are fucking 6'11", right? You remember when you said that? Well, obviously, we all know that's a fucking joke. Some random statement or whatever, right? So, last night, I don't know, like 2 a.m, Carly was like, 6'11", that's so crazy. And my brain went, that's funny. She's mentioning that. Millmaster mentioned that in the stream. Interesting that came up twice in the same day. And then I was like, why did you say that? And she's like, because Millmaster is 6'11". I'm like, no, he's not, woman. No, he is not. He is not fucking almost 7 feet fucking tall. He is not a freak roaming the lands. All right. She's like, yeah, but he said he was. I'm like, you can't fucking believe anything that guy says. What? Like, he says all kinds of insane stuff all the fucking time. That's what he does. You can't take anything this fucking guy says seriously. And she's like, I don't know. I'm like, he's not fucking 6'11". She's like, how do you know? I'm like, A, he talks shit all the time. B, he doesn't talk about being a freak all the time and how he's a giant fucking monster, right? So it just, she's like, she's sitting there going, he's 6'11". I'm like, he's not slightly smaller than 7 feet tall. And she's like, what if he sent you a picture? I'm like, fucking first of all, you don't even know what he looks like. So how would you know it was a picture of him? He could just send you a fucking basketball player and be like, yeah, that's me. You don't know anything about how he fucking looks. And we live in the era where you can make any photo into anything you want now. No, woman, he's not fucking 6'11". And she persisted in this shit. And I said, you know what? In some ways, you're as bad as Jess. He believes in shit just because he fucking heard it, and here you are believing this shit. I yelled about it for a while last night. I'm like, he's not fucking 6'11", woman. He's not 6'11". She said, I don't know. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. It was ridiculous. It was like, I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, she just believes shit. Use logic, woman. Apply sense. He's not fucking almost 7 feet tall. You know how few people are that fucking big? It would have come up in conversation. He's been coming to the stream for years. There would have been multiple anecdotes about how his freakish size made it hard to fucking live. Jess, you do research? Yeah, I'm sure you do. I'm sure your research is very fucking thorough. Can ladies get pregnant through their butt? Okay, I Googled it and some guy on Quora said yes. So, I mean, yeah, I found a yes. Like, there's like 12,000 no's, but one yes. And you'll take the yes and go, that's research, that counts. That's not how it fucking works, you tobacco can fucking test tube baby. This one says Millmaster's real name is Buddha. Big, ugly, dumb animal. Crawfish says the average Magic player is 5'2" and hadn't seen their dicks since the early 2000s. Oh, Chuglum, I know. Carly is sweet. I love her. And the thing is, she's not stupid, which is what makes it annoying to me. Like, if she was dumb, I would just be like, okay, you're dumb, that's why you believe this stuff. But she's not stupid. I know she's fucking intelligent. She can make very salient points when we are fucking discussing things or disagreeing or whatever, right? I couldn't live with a dullard, but it's so easy sometimes to convince her of horseshit. She'll just fucking accept it. I will make things up and say them confidently to her, and then I'll remember later, I gotta fucking tell her that I made that up so she doesn't walk around looking like an idiot to other people. Just, no, man. When you experience a bunch of stuff that people say is fake, you have to reflect on it. You don't just go, my experience is reality. All these people are saying it's fake, but they don't know shit. Yeah, they do, buddy. Yeah, they do. You haven't seen aliens, and you haven't seen ghosts, and you'll never see ghosts. And if you fucking see aliens, we all will, and it'll be the fucking end of the world, because they'll be here to take shit over, bro. That's it. All kinds of diseases will come with them. You didn't randomly see fucking aliens when you were a little kid, you fucking crackhead, and ghosts aren't real. Habanero, exactly. There's a difference between being dumb and gullible. And she is gullible, man. What up, Jordan? Nothing. How's Oblivion? Thumbs up, man. Thumbs up. Jess, 100 million people have seen ghosts in the States. 100 million idiots have made up nonsense, bro. People will fucking go, like, you could hear a fucking cat farting outside. And to the right person, they'd be like, that came from the walls. That's a spectral message. For real. Like, it's so dumb to believe in ghosts. It's very stupid to believe in ghosts. They can affect our world, just not in any way that's ever actually proved their existence in a meaningful way. In the entire history of mankind, the existence of ghosts has never been proved in a scientifically meaningful way. It's amazing. It's amazing. People's fucking imaginary friends don't exist. This fucking chick that Carly brought over was like, oh, I was drowning in the pool, and then my grandmother's ghost saved me because she pushed all the water out of my lungs. No, you just fucking coughed it up with the natural human reflexes, you fucking idiot. If I go like this, that's not a ghost moving my arm, you fucking fool. Hey, Kensuke with the jacket blasted hippo. Breaker, 5-on-5. I hear you coming through loud and clear. You're the new lord of the board. Get that definitely not 6'11" Millmaster off the board. Get him out of here. Ghosts are real, and they can manipulate things, and ghosts can move things around your house, but you know what they can't do? Can't move a pen on a piece of paper. Can't just fucking write a letter. Dear Jessica, I'm still alive. Please stop fucking my best friend. I'm trapped in fucking limbo, and I can't move on. And, like, watching his butt cheeks slap up above you is seriously depressing me. Like, I thought I meant more to you than this, you fucking whore. Jordan, just be a good person. There you go. Be a good person. Live a good life, man. Jess, you think for a person that experienced magic that you have more knowledge than me? Of course you think that of course you think you know more than me. You think all this shit is real. So of course you're going to be like, this guy, like for real, man, doesn't believe in ghosts. What an idiot. Doesn't believe in magic when I know I have magic. I made a lady fart once in the night by thinking about it real hard. And like, he's like, oh, you haven't seen aliens? And Bigfoot's not a thing? And that Atlantis temple that guy found underwater, he doesn't believe in that? What an idiot. I see through like all the fucking realities. Like you're fucking Constantine or something, bro. Right? Like, of course from your perspective you're gonna think that. This fucking mundane guy doesn't see the fucking astral plane like I do. Right? He hasn't taken calf's blood and drawn a fucking circle to open his fucking inner eye. Right? He hasn't seen all of the fucking different gods of the pantheon while pushing too hard on his anus. Millmaster, look, man, your subconscious wouldn't even let you fucking lie. You're like, my dick is Elwyn inches. And like, I thought you said 11 inches. Nah, bitch, I used a word that's not a word so that you can't fucking sue me. You can't take me to court over the fact that my little fucking Vienna sausage was advertised to you as a juicy jumbo. So there's no court in the land that will convict me. Habanero, my view on ghosts reminds you of Charlie's view of ghosts. He wants to believe ghosts exist because it would be cool, but he knows they can't exist no matter how cool it would be. Bro, I would love for magic and all this shit to be real. I mean, on one hand, it would make things a nightmare. Like, if magic and ghosts and stuff were real, it would make the already tenuous fabric of society that much more fragile. But it would also be incredible. It would be incredible, right? Like, if you can provide genuine scientific evidence, I'll believe it. That's how it works. My understanding of reality is based on normal, fundamental reality that is scientifically oriented, right? So if any of it is you have to take it on faith, you have to trust me, you can't, here's how you prove fucking your science is right. You can build technology based on it, right? Radio waves, all that kind of shit, the internet. The internet appears to be fucking magical, right? Where I could beam my fucking sphincter to any part of the world in a heartbeat. And that's magical. But it's not magical. It's actual fucking science. If you can't prove any of this shit with science, it ain't real. It's that fucking simple. It is a very, very simple equation. Right? That's it. That's it. Casey says he has historian vision. Plebs like us won't understand. I can see through the dimensions. I can see all the gods, bro. Larry, what? It's a grueling task to build your commander deck? Come on, bro. Come on. What about science stuff? What about science stuff that... What? What about stuff science can't figure out yet that we figure out in 1,000 years from now? Oh, I'll be dead then. So... if you just think that everything you believe will be one day proven by science, here's my response to that. Okay. There's no chance, but okay. If that's how you want to live your life, I don't fucking care. Go ahead. Believe all this shit. It's just science hasn't proven it yet. Science hasn't proven fucking ghosts and magic, but they're real. Cool. Good for you. It's fun to live in imagination land, right? Like, how about this? Put me in fucking stasis 1,000 years from now, show me and go, check it out. Scientifically, they're ghosts. I'll be like, that's fucking crazy. That's crazy. So, for the longest time, why weren't we able to tell there were ghosts? And they'll go, well, actually, here's all the science behind it. I'm like, God damn it. And it's like, yeah, we check it out. We have technology based on it and whatever. Oh, cool. That's awesome. And then I would just accept it. I wouldn't be like, ghosts aren't real. It's like, well, here's the proof. Okay, cool. But the proof is all just, I seen it. Oh, okay. No, I need like proof, like science and stuff. No, but like I saw a thing. Great. Humans hallucinate all the time. Humans are fucking dumb animals, and their senses can't be trusted. Well, no, you can't say that, because, like, they're my senses, and they're infallible. Yeah, right. We could cut your head open, fucking hook electrodes up to your brain, and just fuck your shit up, bro. And the stuff that you saw, it ain't real. It ain't real. You could randomly pick the wrong fucking mushroom up off the ground and eat it. And then oh, I have x-ray vision and my legs are actually tentacles made of ghosts. Nope, but I saw it. Oh, yeah, then it has to be real. Because no human ever has had senses that are fallible. Oh, wait, every single human has senses that are fallible. So, not reliable, right? It's very simple. It's very simple. Teferi, beam your sphincter to Tokyo for science. Tune in Tokyo. Moma says, how to test truth. Bro, a thing happened. Repeat it. I can't. Then it's not real. It's probably not real. It's probably not real. They can make ghosts in the future? Oh, shit. Future ghosts. Just living forever is an interesting but also horrific proposition. Jordan, who knows what 20 years is going to be like? Like in the future, who knows how it's going to be, man? Sending rich people to space for a few minutes. Yeah, you know what, though? You go to outer space, and you can fart in outer space, bro. Ever think about that? Have you ever farted in zero gravity? Juggling, you knew a ghost were playing with your balls. You need to see a doctor. There's something, you have an STD. I call it the doctor. Ghosts have been playing with my balls. And the doctor just like checks you out. Oh my God, the syphilis has progressed considerably. Your brain has been eaten away. Ghost balls! Ghost balls! No. You're close to organ failure. Larry, your senses are shaped. Shut up. Shut up. What up, Spurl? How you doing? What up, Rhodey? Bucket list item, farting in zero gravity. That's it, man. That's it. What happens? Do you die? Shelton says, how can we trust what we see if our eyes are real? Oh shit, is that a Jaden Smith quote? Right? Didn't he say a bunch of dumbass shit where he was like, if babies could talk, they'd be the smartest persons on the planet because they could teach us all everything. It's like, wait a minute. Have you been watching that one fucking movie where the babies can talk and they're fucking geniuses and know everything, but then once they grow up a bit, they forget it all and they're not geniuses anymore, but babies are geniuses like at the youngest levels of development? Right? Is that what's going on right now? Juggling new manga, how I got banged by a ghost harem. That's gotta be a thing already. Ghost waifus? Larry, you meant a different kind of gruel. Well, there you go. That's what it is. Shelton, you meant aren't real, but you're thinking faster than you can type. It's all good, man. You're channeling Jaden Smith, so it's obviously going to warp your reality. Huckleberry, are the Bears having their fill on the dead kids tonight? Listen, Bears gotta eat, and I gotta cut my child cost bills down. So put those together, and what do you get? Bibbidi bobbidi bear food. Gnawing on my kids. You guys know that song? Yeah. Habanero says, the good news. Ghosts are definitely not playing with your balls. The bad news, the syphilis is eating away at your brain enough to hallucinate your balls being touched by ghosts. Are the ghosts in the room with us right now? Oh, Lordy McGordy. Jordan, I'm crazy? Well, I mean, that's a well-documented fact, isn't it? Isn't it? Look at the madness that I put out on the internet for the last number of years. People definitely think I'm crazy when they meet me because I say crazy things to them. I tend to say ridiculous things to other human beings. Jess, you want to listen, man? Listen. You think fucking ghosts and all that other shit is real. You want to start talking about how the universe is a projection and a fucking hologram and a simulation? Sure. Sure. Who cares? All that shit is the most pedantic tug off fest for intellectuals. Where it's just, oh, this isn't even real. Sure it isn't. No, listen. Like, we totally have to be in a computer somewhere. And it's definitely the case. Like, here's my proof-ish. It's like, well, I mean, we can't boil down to the basic elements of the universe yet. And, we're going to get into string theory and quantuminality. And, we don't even exist. Whoa, I don't exist. Nothing matters. Oh, God, what's the point of eating Doritos now? What's the point of wiping your butt if the universe isn't real? Am I right? I'm starting the fucking no-wipe society. NWS. We don't wipe anymore because the universe isn't real. And you can't complain about the stink because there is no stink because the universe isn't real. Right? Casey, our eyes are real, but our minds lie to us. Exactly. This is true. This is true. Jordan, you're crazy too. Feel it. I'm a good person. Me? I mean, yeah, I'd say so. I don't actually do anything to screw other people over. At least not intentionally. Everybody makes mistakes here or there, right? But I don't have ill intention towards my fellow man. I want everyone to have a good time. I want to enjoy myself. I want other people to enjoy their time with me. I like hanging out with you guys. It's fucking sweet doing this. Jess, you can use magic because you can hack it with your consciousness. There you go, Neo. You're in the Matrix, bro. And all you got to do is hack those zeros and ones, man. And then you too can have the lady in the red dress, Cypher. And then you don't got to eat the sludge that they pour all over Keanu Reeves' naked body no more, right? You don't got to eat the fucking old cereal that they throw all over Keanu Reeves' naked body. And you can live your full 6'11" bullshit life. What up, Kyle? You've been playing Magic with your kid and having a great Saturday? Good, man. Good. I mean, just so you know, the universe isn't real and your kid isn't real. So you shouldn't love your family because this is all simulation and he's just a simulation. Like if you've ever had bacon bits, the soy simulated bacon, that's your kid. Just tell him that. I know your bacon bits. Open your mouth. I'm going to spit in it, Billy. I don't love you, but it's not because you don't deserve love. It's because you're not actually real. We're all in a simulation. So I didn't actually even fuck your mother, bro. This is a simulation. You are soy bacon bits, you little fuck. Melmaster, I feel like Jess is edified by what he's done, though. I mean, Huckleberry, yes, I do have ill intentions towards Lou. This is true. What up, Beret? Thompson, the Ravenloft novels look interesting too. Yeah, get in on all that, bro. Get in on all that. I remember reading the Strahd book. Bovagan, you weren't in the bank stealing money because you're not real, and neither is the bank nor the money. That's it. Money isn't real, guys. So super chat your money that's not real to me, and I'll pretend it's real, and thus it will become real through my imaginary projection of magic powers taking over the fucking Matrix. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly, lasagna. Those bacon bits are gross, dude. Little red lumps of crust. Ugh. Habanero, if all children are a simulation, then you'd follow that white rabbit all day. What? What the hell does that mean? What does that mean? Jess says, if you guys did any real research into the para, paranormal. You didn't spell paranormal right. If you did any research, I'll fix it. If you guys did real research into the paranormal, you'd already know that Jess is right. You want to know what the crazy thing is? This is a fucking government psyop, and I'm just here to try and mind fuck Jess to take away his powers, because everything Jess said is true. It's all real, and I am a government scud. You know? I'm here to fucking scud those thoughts and place limitations on his too free consciousness. Hey, Paul Fogan, gifted the memberships. Let's go. Fuck yeah, buddy. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, wait, he just said he just didn't gift anything. Nothing happened. Shit, I thanked you for nothing. And I'm going to write on a board that doesn't exist. I'm going to write your twink name on the board here, even though neither of us exist. You know how I know it's a simulation and that nothing's real? Is because whenever, like, my parents or, like, Carly says they love me, I feel nothing. Like, nothing inside. Just a fucking empty blackness. Like they didn't finish the coating, you know? Like, just a deep nothingness. I mean, I say the words back because that's how it's programmed, but I don't feel it. I'm incapable of feeling love. Habanero, you don't want to live in a simulation with children. Fair enough. Fair enough. Huckleberry, the center is light. Everything else casts shadows of the light. Projection. Oh, shit. All right, careful. Careful. You're treading into fucking Jess territory now. Jordan, you're the watcher? I am the fucking Eggman. Cuckoo, kachook. Rhoda, you're going to break the Matrix and get Alpha Black Lotuses for yourself. They're not real. They're not real. Neither are you. Neither are your desires. Neither are the English muffins that you eat. Jess, you've learned to escape the Matrix with your soul and go anywhere you want. If you could do that, you know what? It makes sense. If somebody transcended everything and they could go anywhere and do whatever they want, they would be here. Because my streams are fucking awesome. So that actually tracks. That adds up. That is logic. That is logical. Al says, thanks for the fucking membership. He's calling you beautiful. I think he wants to kiss you. Hey, Thompson with the weird little freak show controller who has yellow arms and yellow feet. And then he gets big and grows dick arms, which is baffling. Baffling. But either way, Thompson, you are the new Lord of the Board. Ball Falcon's real and the rest of us are a simulation to entertain him. Yeah, I don't know. I think that maybe I'm the only one who's real. And I'm trapped here through the whole desire to entertain and do all this when there's something I'm supposed to be doing. You know? Like, this is like a bright and shiny thing to keep me distracted so that I can't stop the forces of evil. And so they made the simulation a mix. You know, we got all kinds of different people in here to keep my attention focused, right? It's like, good luck figuring out what you need to do in the world when you're trying to wrap your mind around fucking Jess's insanity and Millmaster making your wife believe that he's not fucking 6'11". Come on, Carly. There you go. Ball Falcon says, no, you mean Perp's real, and we're here to entertain him. See? This lines up. This lines up. Oh, I got an email. Oh, about D&D stuffs. Jess, if I guessed this would be a podcast, yeah, and if there was fucking 15 horses here and 15 guys riding with mallets, it'd be fucking polo, right? So, it could be a lot of things if things were fucking different. Habanero says, that's something the real Bo Falcon would say to a simulated chat room. All I can say is if I'm part of some computer program. Kudos to that program because, I mean, this is legit. This is a great creation. Let's be very real. Let's be very real. Juggling, life is an environment where your dreams are possible. I mean, only in very limited capacities. People dream all kinds of crazy nonsense, right? Huckleberry, you're building your own guitar. Yeah, but can it cast spells? Because if it can't, you just send it to Jess so he can enchant your guitar. Here's my guitar. Can you make it +3? I would like a +3 guitar so I can fucking shred like Fat Boy from Aether Drift. I'm the transit mage. I'm gonna play Stairway to Heaven, but it actually opens the world to a fucking another dimension. And it's full of demons. Oh, they bet you weren't expecting that. That's ironic, huh? That's not how irony works, idiot. You just played a song. It can cast spells, sonic manipulation of the mind. Big deal. I do that with my mouth hole, son. I do that with my mouth hole. Jess, you wish you had money to send me to get me to go and see the Thunderbolt to see if I think it's good like you did. Is that a band? Thunderbolts. Oh, I'm thinking Thundercats now. Al, no Stairway. Denied. Marvel. It's a Marvel movie? There's a Marvel movie called Thunderbolts? What the hell is it? Well, I mean, if it's a movie, then Jess, you know what? I share your wish. I too wish that you had enough money to buy me a gift certificate to the movie theater for Landmark so that I could go and see the Thunderbolts too. Now we have shared our wishes in this magical universe, and it will take, all we need is like alien ghost magic wielding Bigfoot to grant our communal wish and rewire the Matrix. Jordan, you really liked the movie. Bo Falcon just says, don't do it. Bo Falcon's on the opposite side. Somebody like, I love it. I hate it. Juggling, you were supposed to see it tonight, but it got late and you're going tomorrow afternoon. Oh, you're going to like a matinee, bro? The Avengers died and the Thunderbolts are here to replace them. Huh. Thundercats are on the move. I remember liking the Thundercats, man. But he's got the sword where you can just hold it up. It's Black Widow's sister and dad, Winter Soldier, Ghost, Bob, and U.S. Agent and Taskmaster for a little bit fighting a powerful boss. It sounds awful. That sounds awful. Ness, write it down, crumple it up, and throw it into space to grant your wishes. That might work. If you can whip your wish into space, that might actually work. Because that's where the gods are, out in space. And they might go, what the hell's this? And read it and be like, yeah, it's something to do. I'll grant this wish. Bo Falcon, you haven't seen it, but it's a recent Marvel movie and you doubt it's any good. Your instincts are on point. Because Marvel has become a dumpster fire, right? Nick, sight beyond sight. That's right. Thunder, thunder, thunder. Ho! Jordan, you think it's an 8.5? That's a pretty high rating, bro. That's a pretty high rating. Snarf is annoying. Al, I bet you're right. I bet you if I went back and I would find Snarf to be intolerable. But I'm pretty sure as a kid I liked Snarf, even though he's just a stupid little thing that says his own name. Jess, you thought Brave New World sucked, but you liked this one. Last Marvel movie that I enjoyed was Guardians of the Galaxy #3. That one was pretty sweet. But yeah, Marvel is like falling down a cliff with their quality. Ness is like, okay, Jordan, you got to tell me other movies you like so I can use those to gauge, right? Snarf is like the Pikachu of the 80s. Kinda, yeah. You got to take it easy on Jordan. I'm pretty sure he's in his fucking 20s, which means he's just grown up in an era of fucking terrible movies. So his standards might be quite questionable, you know? Carly was saying today, she's like, so much of what they make sucks now. That's why you've got to go back and watch earlier stuff, you know? And she's not wrong. Error, that's true. You are correct. I remember Snarf talked in sentences. He just always added Snarf onto it or whatever, right? Like he wasn't as mindless as Pikachu. That is correct. Just Marvel merging with Disney didn't turn as bad as you thought it would. Well, it didn't go down as hell as fast as it, you know what? Marvel seemed to have done better than Star Wars, right? Like almost everything Disney made with Star Wars, complete garbage. Complete garbage. Anyways, intermission. Discuss amongst yourselves the best Marvel movies. Do that shit. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatchet goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatchet goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatchet goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatchet goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatchet goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Alright, I'm back. All right, what do we got going on? Juggling Marvel, Jessica Alba. Oh, was Fantastic Four? Is that Marvel action? Jessica Alba, good looking lady. Habanero, you like Civil War the best? Civil War was okay. It was all right. Huckleberry Spawn. Eh, eh. Jordan, Doctor Strange, the first one, great choice. That's a fantastic movie. Winter Soldier, I don't think I've seen it because I don't care very much about Captain America. Juggum, you like the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies? Carly liked those, but that's because he thought he was a good-looking dude. Like, you like Spider-Man 2? It's garbage. It's garbage. They lied to me. They hate me. Like, come on, bro. Infinity War. That was my favorite Marvel movie, for sure. Habanero, you like Civil War because the movie centers around the destruction that's caused by the major fights. It's weak sauce what they did, though. They just went, wow, we sent the explosion up the side of a building, and now we're all like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. You've been doing this constantly. This is nothing new. And then all they ever do after that is go, we're going, everybody's been cleared out of the area. Everywhere they go, everyone's been cleared out of the area. Okay. We put sentences in saying it. Like, whatever. Whatever. Al, you like the 70s Marvels films? Did you see the old Captain America where he steals somebody's car like twice in the movie by pretending to be sick? He acts like he's sick, and then the person comes to help him out of concern, and he steals their car. Jordan, your mom took away your television when you got grounded, so you read a lot? Huh. All right. Larry, one of your old roommates was a huge Marvel fan? I've always been at most in the middle of the road, but there was a point where if Marvel's name was on a movie, I'd watch it because I'd be like, it'll be entertaining. It'll be entertaining. And then it switched into, is Marvel's name on it? Don't bother. Do not bother. Right? Shelton, you saw the Moon Knight Disney Plus series. It was good, but you could see some parts where people might not enjoy it. I've only watched one Disney series for Marvel, and that was Loki. And that convinced me to not watch any of them because Loki it's the biggest bait and switch that I've ever seen in anything, where you're literally here for this intelligent, powerful trickster god, and they completely emasculate him and then go, actually, it's this chick, and she counts as Loki because it's just Loki from another dimension. So you have to transfer your love to her, and she's better than him in every way. So the guy you came to see is a background character. And you're just like, what? Like, it's such a weird part of history now where people in the future are just going to be like, man, I'm watching these movie series, and it seems like every series has some movie where the main character is just shoved into the background and it's about somebody else now. And for everyone, it's dudes. It's weird. It's weird how that works, you know? It's like the first Doctor Strange, awesome. The second Doctor Strange, it's like they almost resented having him in the movie. Jazz, you won $15 on a lottery ticket today. That's a sweet score, man. I love when that happens. Haunted, Disney forgot movies were supposed to be fun to watch. It feels like a lot of people did. And it's just like, listen, it's very fashionable right now to market things in a particular way. It's like that Ghostbusters movie where they're like, people hate it because we made it all ladies. It's like, no, people hate it because it's a genuinely bad movie. It's aimless, unfunny, unfocused. You just like slapped it out there, had a bunch of ad-lib garbage, and then, no, people hate it because of this. No, people hate it because it's objectively not an entertaining film. Like, the old Disney, who was it, Eisner or whatever? He said, our job isn't to make art. Our job isn't to get across a particular message. Our job is to entertain. If we create art in the process, great. That kind of a vibe. I'm paraphrasing. But yes, the point of this is to entertain. That's why it exists. So trying to educate society or other things like that should not be your primary focus. If you can do that, cool. Knock yourself out. But it has to be entertaining or you fundamentally failed. Making a movie that's not entertaining is like making a meal you can't eat. what is the fucking point? I'm making a statement. I don't care. You know? Just that I watched long enough to see Loki had the power to lift a whole building with his mind all of a sudden. I only watched the first episode, first season of Loki. Because why would I, like, I didn't even want to watch the whole first season. At a certain point, I had already checked out. Like, when you got to the point where Loki was summoning up a blankie for them to sit under and stuff, and it's just like, okay. But wait until you reach the villain where he's like, I'm Kang, and I cut off these timelines and destroy all the other me's and stuff to keep the main timeline good. And it's like, bro, there'd be like a million more branches branching off all the time. And you seem like an idiot. The speech, like, I can't remember specifically what he said, but I do remember in my head going, this is idiocy. Who hears this and thinks anything other than, this guy is a dullard. None of this makes any sense. This is what we're building up to. So the Loki I'm here to see is just going to get kicked in the dick over and over and do nothing. And Kang is going to be whatever. He's just whatever. You just go, what even is this? Why would I come back for a second season? I don't hate myself, you know? Jordan, yeah, Moon Knight's supposed to be crazy. I am curious about that character. Kevin, the membership was gifted by Bo Falcon. Haunted, wait, what? I never saw WandaVision. You're saying that the second Doctor Strange movie literally undid everything in that show? Because people are saying, you have to watch WandaVision to understand what Doctor Strange 2 has got going on. And I'm like, all I know is she never had these children, and she feels the right to act like this, and it seems really stupid, and this movie is garbage. Like, Doctor Strange is just a backseat passenger in his own movie, where they're like, you can't be Doctor Strange now. Can't be like the main guy, because that's not our marketing now. We're in phase 4, and phase 4 is hardcore ladies. Remember? We did that at the end to Endgame, where we went, check it out, all these ladies on the screen, and then most of them barely do anything. Good job, guys. Good job. You did it. You did it. You know you need to make it compelling, right? No, we just have to do the marketing right, where it's just like, look, bunch of ladies. Okay, is the story good? Is it compelling? Are they having genuine impact? None of that matters, idiot! Okay. Well, I'm bored, so I'm not watching anymore. That's how it goes. Like, I'm not up in arms. I don't care. I'm not one of those people who's like, I'm going to go and rage about it on the internet and like, I can't believe they're doing this. It's like, I'm meeting this with complete disinterest, guys. That's really what it's turned into. Okay, bye. You know what I mean? Like, the Loki bait and switch was hilarious. Check out this lady. She's the best. She's like Loki, but she does way more. Checking out her doing her flips and fightings and stuff. And it's like, this is boring. What about her character is compelling? It's like, well, what do you mean? You like Loki, right? Yes, I do. So she's Loki. She is not the Loki that I know. This is a different Loki with different characteristics. She had a completely different life, a completely different upbringing and experience. And ultimately, what are her failings? What are her failings that make her interesting? What is there to connect with? No, but like, you like Loki and she's Loki. And like, this isn't about you. Okay. Do you think this is clever? Yeah. Well, it's not. It's not engaging. So you lose. That's it. You can do whatever you want if you make it entertaining. I'm cool. I'm cool with fucking strong lady leads. Do it up, man. Old Guard had, who was it? Charlize Theron or whatever as the leader of that group. Totally bought it. It worked just fine. It works just fine. You can find tons of fucking movies where you got a lady in charge, large and in charge, and you believe it and go, cool, cool. But you have to make it a good fucking story or else who cares? Why watch it? Why watch it? So that stuff has kind of wandered its way through the system to a degree. We're past the biggest point of that, thankfully, because at the end of the day, I just want to be entertained. I don't care. I don't watch movies and count up the number of dudes and count up the number of ladies and make sure everything's all balanced and all that. I don't care. I don't care. Have whatever you want, man. Knock yourself out. Fill your boots. All ladies, all dudes, fucking whatever in between. It doesn't matter. None of it matters. The story, the entertainment, it all making sense. That's what matters. That's what matters. Larry low key Loki, no key Loki, bro. Pretty sure Loki season 2 was written the way it was so they could get rid of Kang being a thing because of reasons. Oh yeah, the guy who played Kang, didn't he get into some criminal stuff or something like that? I vaguely recall hearing the guy who played Kang, Disney's trying to distance himself from him because he some criminal acts or something that equaled really bad PR. I didn't pay any attention because I was already like, well, Loki sucks, so who cares about, oh, they're distancing themselves from, I'm distancing myself from the whole show, bro. Austin, do I have any plans on Whatnot streams? Not at this time. Not at this time. What up, Invader? Al, you feel South Park had some good satire in Disney a few years ago? South Park does a pretty good job of calling out bullshit, man. Jess, what's my opinion on overpowered characters? They can be a lot of fun, but you have to have challenges that can stand up to them. Otherwise, what's the point? You know? Like, what was that movie? Like, Captain Marvel or whatever, where she was just, like, unstoppable. Yeah, okay. What's holding her back? Like, there's a part in Captain Marvel where she's fighting against her enemy. The dude, I think it was played by Jude Law or something. And there's no tension or anything in the moment because she's overpowered as fuck. And he can't do shit. And he's just going to lose. You know? But you can take characters that have no powers and put them alongside characters that have god-level powers and make it compelling. An example of that would be, let's say, The Boys. You've got Homelander, and you've got the guy in charge of the corporation that made Homelander. And he's just dripping with disdain when dealing with Homelander and just calling him bad product. And, like, literally, Homelander could obliterate him in an instant. And this man has no actual powers. And yet he fucking dominates Homelander, right? By getting into his head. Because Homelander has genuine flaws that can be fucking played upon. That are built into him that make him feel more fucking three-dimensional. And so you can have somebody who literally has no superpowers at all fighting against somebody who has crazy amounts of superpowers, and there can be interesting conflict and tension, and you don't know how it's going to go. But in Captain Marvel, you're just like, she's just going to fucking wreck him. What's even the point? You know? So overpowered characters can be interesting, but you have to write in a way where them being overpowered doesn't just make everything not matter. Another example that where things aren't that great is where The Boys started to get to where now Homelander's in charge of the corporation. And it's like, okay. And he's a maniac who could attack anybody, but there's nothing reining him in now. There's no, like, you got to worry about your public image. You got to worry about how the corporation's going to treat you. Like, there's nothing to foil him. It's part of the reason that Superman was very boring to people very rapidly. At first, it was like, wow, Superman can fly, and he can fucking jump over buildings and shit, and he has laser vision, and he's impervious to bullets and everything. But he's always going to win no matter what. So they had to introduce Kryptonite because you need flaws, you need weakness, you need uncertainty, you need tension. You need to have a question. To tell people a story, there needs to be a question in their mind. And with Superman, there was no question. It was Superman is going to win without question. He's going to win. And because he's also morally impervious, essentially, you know what I mean? He only does what's right. He has very strong moral fiber. He's not going to do anything corrupt. He's not going to be able to be taken advantage of in pretty much any way. So he's always just going to do what's 100% right. and he's never going to fail, you have no questions to answer. What's going to happen? Superman's going to do what's right. He's going to win. Where's the actual story? Well, you get to see, like, this time he flew over that building and he punched that guy. Okay. You know what I mean? Haunted, overpowered characters can be in movies and stuff too, but you have to balance it out. That's the problem. Now, Captain Marvel is boring. Captain Marvel is ultimately a very boring character because she's OP and there's nothing to stop it. There's like that's why they had to keep her like basically I think it was Endgame or whatever. Okay, Captain Marvel's got to fly off into space now or whatever because if she's here then whatevs, right? Jess, you found an overwhelming theme with them is taking something hostage they care about. That is one way to try and manipulate them. Like, I can't hurt you, but I can hurt people you care about if you don't do what I want. And that can be used a bit. You know what I mean? It will get tired, though. Invader, I've read some comics here or there, but I've never been a big comic guy because the collecting comic books was an expensive hobby when I was a kid. And you get a tiny little bit of comic, and then you just got to wait a month, 2 months for a tiny little bit more. So I tried collecting comics for a little bit, but I ultimately just didn't find it to be a satisfying hobby for me. Larry Superman is basically an OP Jesus. There's a lot of similarities, right? Haunted, yeah, that was wild, bro. That was wild. The Superman movie where he's like in a sea of skulls, and then he like breaks Zod's neck, and like the thing about Superman is, yes, it's boring to just have him be unstoppable and whatever, but Superman needs to be the moral one. He needs to be the good guy. That's a fundamental defining aspect of Superman, right? In one way, he's aspirational. He's an unstoppable force for good, and that won't change. Having him be anywhere along the lines of morally questionable, there's lots of characters you can do that with. But Superman is an outlier in that he needs to be essentially morally inflexible and always oriented to true good, you know? It's a fundamental part of his character, and deviating from that is a perilously bad idea. Henry Cavill's great. I like him. I think he's an enjoyable actor. Jess, you liked What If because Ultron overpowers Captain Marvel with the Infinity Stones and she can't do shit. Well, that's cool. I haven't seen Marvel What If stuff, but I've heard good things about it. Captain Marvel died on the way to her own planet. Poochie! Jordan Holland Super Chat says, watch it for me. Just want your honest opinion. I can relate and personally think it handles the subject well. What are we referencing? I've talked about a ton of different things in this stream, so I'm not actually certain what you're referencing here, Jordan. Habanero, you got your father's entire vintage comic collection from the 70s and 80s. You got some real rare ones like the first edition Watchmen and V for Vendetta. Cool. Watchmen. Watchmen is an interesting one because they have a lot more moral grayness with their heroes and stuff, right? And the inhumanity of Dr. Manhattan is a very interesting contrast to Superman, right? Like, Superman is just, I'm going to help people, I'm going to do what's right, I'm unstoppable. Dr. Manhattan is, I'm insanely powerful and can do whatever I want, but I'm also fundamentally disconnected with anything related to my initial humanity. And like, he's a very interesting character. Oh, Jordan, you're still talking about Thunderbolts. All right. Well, I mean, I'll wait. I'll wait until it's available to watch easily from home. You know, so I can't say how long it'll be before I check it out. But the name's on my radar now. So that I can tell you. I can tell you that I'm now aware of it, and at some point I will most likely watch it. But I'm definitely not gonna be going out to the theater for it. You know. DeVoe, what's going on, brother? They usually stream 3 months later. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the exact time frame. Habanero, you thought the ending of the Watchmen comics was better than how the movie ended, but you still thought the movie was fantastic. I enjoyed the movie. Yeah, I've read the comic books as well. I couldn't tell you which one I like more. DeVoe, you had a paper route in the 70s and spent your money on Richie Rich and Archie comics. Yo, I remember Archie comics. My dad would get me Archie comics when he came back off the boats because he'd be working for like months or whatever. He would go down to the bookstore and he would get like a bunch of books for himself, like the used bookstore. And he would come back with like stacks of comic books for me. I had a stack of Archie comic books like this fucking big, bro, at least. I remember Richie Rich, but I don't think I really had any. Al, The Last Ronin is a good short run comic series. All right. Jordan, feels like the comics come to life. Well, I mean, obviously, you are super hyped about the movie. Everyone has different tastes, and I'm willing to give things a chance. You know what I mean? Like, if it's something I haven't seen and falls within a certain range of stuff, I'm willing to give it a try and see. I can also be pretty picky, though. It's pretty easy for me to get annoyed with a movie, you know? There's a Jay and Silent Bob meets Archie in the works. Well, that's ridiculous. I never really saw, like, any Archie crossover comics. Juggling, all your comics got destroyed in a flood. That sucks, bro. That sucks. I like how now, like, I could literally just read like comics on a tablet like this, because that actually this is my favorite way to read comics is on a tablet like this. This one's getting pretty old, so it'd be nicer to have one with a bigger screen as well. At some point, someday, someday. This is a little cheapy tablet from years past, but yeah, you know, like I read all the Constantine comics and everything on here. I enjoy it. I read a ton of the Spawn comics until I just got tired of it. I'm like, this is just cyclical. It's like it's the same cycle of events over and over, and it's just boring. Spawn just became repetitive and boring. Oh, okay, Jordan. You were talking about Watchmen. Fair enough. Fair enough, buddy. Invader Vinyl is Malibu Stacy. What? Larry, the digest size? Yeah, I remember those little ones too. I had the big, thinner ones and the thicker ones. DeVoe, every night that I'm on, you're scanning comic books for your listings. You sell comic books on eBay as you're living. Oh, cool. Cool. Thunderbolts is a solid film, but not that iconic. Going to be a great watch for Marvel, and as a standalone, you think it's an 8.5. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. You definitely don't want me to think you're giving it Watchmen level praise. Understood. Understood. So yeah, man, Spawn was fun at first, and then it just became like, again? But it's Cogliostro! Again? Oh, Mel Bulge is back. Again? Okay. Okay. And then it goes from, this is cool, to okay, to no way am I reading any more of this. And I just gave up. I just gave up. I did read the Boys comic book series, and I found that the show did some things better than the comic book, for sure. I really love, like, in the comic book, Butcher is a soup, essentially, right? But in the show, he's just using this temporary superpower, I don't know, serum or whatever, that makes him a superhero for a bit, but also is causing him to be terminally ill at the same time. So a massive sacrifice to try and compete and do what he thinks is right. And he's not the same kind of piece of garbage that he is in the comic books. Larry, you have your iPad from 2013. You took the time to scan each page from a comic book to convert it into a PDF file and read it on the tablet. There you go. You can find, like, I found, like, tons of comics that I could just read from websites on my tablet, as well as mangas and stuff like that. It's pretty sweet. Jordan, Invincible is great. Invincible is a great comic book series, like genuinely great. And the animated series also very solid. I really like the concept behind Invincible and the choices they made for it. That Invincible doesn't fall off at any point where you just go, this is crap and it's not worth enjoying anymore. So yeah, I mean, I love stories, and I love the different medium that you can use to experience stories, as long as the story is actually worth your time, is actually good. Al, I don't remember what series it was because there's so many different Batman series, but there's one in particular where I went, this is really good. Like, this is really good. I honestly can't remember which one it was, though. I quite enjoyed Constantine. Carly really liked the Constantine movie. Invader, his hatred motivation towards Homelander in the comic is way more insane. The whole Black Noir twist. Yeah, actually, Black Noir in the comic book is way more interesting than Black Noir in the show. I absolutely agree. Larry, I don't think you're going to get any trouble unless you're trying to, like, sell it or something, bro. Wetworks are a SEAL team who get turned into vampires and then infused with alien nanotech armor. That's pretty wild. Jess, imagine you're immortal and someone just beats you up and lays a big rock on you, and then you can't move and you end up stuck till someone finds you and frees you. That's what Elspeth did to Heliod in Theros Beyond Death. Lasagna. That's it. Injustice. Injustice was great. Yeah. Jordan, War of the Rohirrim. Oh, that's Middle Earth stuff, right? Spurl, what was the first comic I remember reading? I mean, that would be the Archie stuff. But when I was collecting comics, I collected She, Gen 13, Witchblade, The Darkness. Was there something else? I don't know. I had like, for Gen 13, I had like all three variants of the 13th cover too. I like collecting stuff, right? And actually I feel like now I could be more of a comic collector, you know? I have like a ton of Magic comics, which are pretty fucking sweet. Al, the Killing Joke is the idea of one bad day setting the Joker into madness. All right. Jordan, it's an anime prequel. It's not live action. Keanu Reeves says that there's one role he'd like to do a sequel of, Constantine. Anthony Carly would love that. She really liked the Constantine movie. It was pretty good, honestly. Constantine is a cool character. I feel like Keanu Reeves did an all right job of being him, but I just feel like there's got to be better people to choose to be Constantine. It's almost like Keanu Reeves is like a little bit too much of a good dude. You know? Constantine isn't the best person. That's part of what makes him interesting. Mailmaster, the roads aren't safe. Yeah, especially when you're a 7-foot tall freak. You're going to get hit by the drunks. Yeah, Magoro, sun's just setting where you are. It's crazy. The time zone difference is crazy. Because the sun set here hours ago. Invader, you went ham on issue 1 variants of Alien when Marvel Disney took over? Cool. Lasagna, Keanu Reeves' Constantine was way ahead of its time when it came out. I was expecting the movie not to be as good as it was, honestly. And then I watched it and I'm like, yeah, all right. Sperl, I remember the Mad magazines. Mad Magazine, Cracked. Millmaster, you're not fooling anybody. We all know you wear chode jeans. Jess, yeah, Keanu Reeves actually does seem like a genuinely good dude, you know? So, I imagine that becoming rich and famous makes a lot of people into... Well, maybe it doesn't make people into worse people, but I guess it frees them up to be as awful as they could be because money and fame gives you a lot of fucking power in the world, right? So there's not a lot of checks on you. You guys don't, you don't know what chode jeans are? Look them up. Look up chode jeans, guys. We got a fucking chode on our hands. Total chode. Julie gave me chode jeans for Christmas. I nearly killed myself, Julie. Oh. Yeah, habanero, exactly. The concept of Constantine is fucking cool. The idea that if you want to deal with beings of pure evil, sometimes you have to do evil yourself. You don't get out of associations with demonic powers just coming off pristine and pure, right? And Constantine makes a lot of bad trades. Like, they're good trades overall, but they're still bad trades. He loses family member, he loses friends. People get sacrificed unintentionally through what he's doing. Awful stuff happens. Constantine is a crazy character. But yeah, if you don't know what chode jeans are, look them up. Invader, he fucked the devil. No, that was Johnny Depp in The Ninth Gate, bro. In The Ninth Gate. I really like that movie. I really like the movie The Ninth Gate. A lot of great actors. Awesome story. Spurl, you saw a stream showing Oblivion. It looks so good. Yeah, man, it is. It is. I decided I'd bust it out this afternoon. I played it for a while, and then I was like, okay, I got to stop. I got to go for a walk. I got to move around. I've been sitting at my computer for too long. And then I came back and played some more Balatro because there's still some goals that I need to accomplish. Some decks and things that need to be unlocked, and I want to get that done too because I'm really enjoying Balatro. But I know once I, stop and get into Oblivion, I'm going to be full on. Millmaster. Devil's Advocate's another fun one. That's another fun one. You never know, Austin. I might at some point. Jordan, The Gate was a messed up movie. I'm talking about Ninth Gate, bro. Have I ever read the comics or seen the movie based on From Hell? I don't believe so, Habanero. I don't believe so. It's not ringing any bells. There's nothing in my memory associated with that. If I like DC, I don't have a preference between DC or Marvel, Jordan. I like good stories. I don't have a Marvel makes good stuff, DC sucks. I'm not in that category. People divide themselves across all kind of lines. Like, this comic book universe is awesome and this one sucks. But for me, I don't have that going on with comics. Wizards should do a Chandelar remastered. I mean, they never will, but that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Jess, what would be really crazy is if your kid died and then Michael Jackson came back from the dead. Right? Millmaster, tomorrow. Oh, yeah, that's right. Tomorrow is going to be all the Star Wars memes, right? Because it's May the 4th. Everybody wants to go to Millmaster's Star Wars party. Make sure you bring him a pair of Joe jeans. I told her no gag gifts, and she bought me Joe jeans. If you don't get the reference, and you have not yet watched I Think You Should Leave, you should watch I Think You Should Leave. It is a hilarious sketch show that has a lot of fucking really funny shit in it. If you enjoy my messed up sense of humor, there's a good likelihood that you will enjoy I Think You Should Leave. I recommend you watch it. The episodes are short. It's fucking hilarious. It's on Netflix. It's genuinely funny. And actually, speaking of that, recently, in the last like 2 days or so, a ton of cards based on it have showed up in the Magic Reddit, where people are just making their own proxies of scenes from it, because it's hilarious. Habanero, From Hell was an Alan Moore comic series about Jack the Ripper. In the movie, Johnny Depp plays Jack. It's a brutal movie, but very good. All right. Jordan, you'd read Black as Night because you're really into the Lantern Corps. Oh, that's what? Green Lantern? And then they have like yellow lanterns and red lanterns and fucking purple horseshoes and green clovers. All the Lucky Charms. Melmac says there'll be margaritas and 5 women named Lucille there. Make sure you bring chode jeans for all of them. Invader, Eric Andre is a brilliant absurdist. Yep. I do like absurd comedy. It makes me laugh. I've got a ridiculous sense of humor. And messed up shit is funny to me. Larry, one of your friends will be wearing his Yoda Santa hat tomorrow. Gotta get in the spirit. Gotta get in the spirit before you go to Millmaster's house to give him some Cho jeans. Whoa, another Cho deer. Oh, man. Sinestro Corp is the favorite. Oh, Sinestro is he's the Red Lantern. The Red Lanterns feed off of rage, right? Lasagna, Princess Bride's a great movie. That shit's timeless. If you hate Star Wars and love Arrested Development, come to Cinco de Quattro with Chodes on. It's a banana. How much could it cost, Michael? $20? Al, you love it when Eric Andre interviews someone and he and Hannibal make the guest uncomfortable. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. It's I do love the random nature of it. It's pretty funny. Go to the Chodio. It's pretty good. Oh man. Yeah, I do like ridiculousness. Jordan, Jon Stewart. I remember I used to think Jon Stewart was funny. And then at a certain point, I'm like, you're not really funny anymore, are you? Like, wasn't Bill Maher funny at some point too? And then I don't know if it's just when you become too associated with politics or whatever else, where it's like, I feel like you guys were comedians once, you know? And now, you know? Bo Sinestro, is Sinestro yellow? Is he? Is he red skinned? Is that why? Caleb, do I think that Final Fantasy collector boosters will go up and down in price after release? I mean, depending on if Wizards releases any more supply, which is sometimes there's a first wave and a second wave. I don't know. But there's a high demand for it now. And I imagine as people start cracking the packs that it feels like they're probably just gonna get more expensive, you know? But you never can tell 100%. So who knows for sure? Yeah, Invader, that's what makes it so funny. If they knew the crazy stuff was gonna happen, it's not funny. When someone just walks in and is like, okay, this guy's gonna jump out and do this guy's gonna say this, and then you have to act this way. It's like, okay, this is just like every fake Instagram clip I see. Who cares? It's inorganic and it doesn't resonate, you know? What? Millmaster, I ain't eating no bird goo. Okay, Sinestro has red skin, but he becomes the first Yellow Lantern which wields fear. Blue is hope. Which one's hunger? Which Lantern Corp would I be in if I just wanted to get baked and eat cheesies? You know? Chug them chode jeans on the number one jeans from ballroom dancing. Yeah, what color lantern is for eating and getting fat, bro? So there's just a bunch of lanterns that give people rings? Aren't there like a bunch of weird aliens who sit on pillars and are like, we like to watch? Something like that? I don't know that much about the lantern stuff. But don't they have like the watches? Bo Falcon says the purple lantern is now gluttony based. There you go. There you go. Just want to stuff my face. There, you think Final Fantasy stuff's going to be in short supply? Some of it, probably. I mean, the collector commander decks for sure. Well, I'm right though, aren't there? Aren't there watchers who just sit there? Ultraviolet has everybody's powers, but is weaker than any one color. What if you're like 12% green, 18% red, 32% yellow? Like, what about mauve, you know? Or like eggplant? The Guardians of the Universe watch the lanterns. Why? What's the point? Like, why do they watch the lanterns? The rings go and find people, don't they? What the hell for? What's the point? What do the rings want? Yeah, Mark, exactly. Burnt umber. Where's the burnt umber ring? Fucking eggshell white. Keep balance. That's it. Just gotta keep stuff balanced. We gotta make sure there's enough fear in the universe. Why? Why? They claim to be the first intelligent species in the universe, which is a lie. Oh, what? Those bastards. Are they really? It's what happens with Weight Watchers. After they got tired of watching their weight, they decided to start watching people's emotions. Emotional eating should be a lantern color. Are these paranoia security clearances? Yo, I noticed that you only have a red clearance there. But you're writing that with a yellow pencil, Millmaster. All right? You wouldn't happen to have a mutant power or be a fucking communist, would you? The Guardians of the Universe are the powerful beings, founders, and leaders of an interstellar peacekeeping force known as the Green Lantern. So there's lanterns of every color, but they're named after the Green Lanterns? Why? Why? They had robots keep the peace, but they went wrong and killed all but 5 people in Sector 666. What? Oh, speaking of 666, Carly bought 2 devil chickens. She bought 2 chickens from the grocery store that cost exactly $6.66. She got 2 devil birds, and then when she was bringing them home, the guy on the bus sitting across from her had fucking rosary beads, and he had the rosary. He was doing some praying and shit. He could probably sense the devil birds in her cart. So, if you guys wonder in the future why all of a sudden I'm evil and I start, talking shit to you guys, wait, how will you even tell that I'm evil? What would be different? I guess everything will just continue as it has been. The bag quivered as he prayed. The chickens. The whole evil ritual. Lasagna, you were told when the Antichrist came you wouldn't know because you're a sinner? Well, I imagine you'll feel it spraying on your chest or something, right? Jess, you gotta make sushi now at 5:22 every day for a year. Juggler, yeah, I'm gonna do it from the ceiling. There ain't no tax on fucking on whole chickens, bro. There ain't no tax on them, buddy. It's tax on processed stuff, but not a chicken. Not a chicken. Same way there ain't no tax on milk, boy. Certain grocery items are not taxed. Thankfully. Thankfully. Oh, man. All right, my friends. It has been nice chilling with you and chatting the stuffs. All right? So I will catch up with you guys again soon. But for now, I am departing. So have a good night. And, I mean, avoid the chainsaw man, because he's going to get you if he can.